Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. MTG Box Analysis here to crack open a Shards of Alara tournament pack from 2008. But before we jump into this, I just want to say thank you to the 4,994 people who have subscribed to the channel thus far. And because of that, because we're about ready to hit 5,000, we're going to be opening up quite a few tournament packs from Magic's history, going all the way back to Mercadian Masks and Urza's Saga. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. If we're not quite at 5,000, hit that button. Maybe you could be the 5,000th. There's no prize, but you'll know that you did it, and I appreciate it. So with that, let's go ahead and journey back into time to Magic's origins and take a look at this set from 2008. That's right, this is now 16 years old. It is fully sealed and intact. Here's where it says tournament pack right there. Now these contain 75 cards. So in here, we're going to see 3 rares or mythics, 9 uncommons, 33 commons, and 30 basic lands. The market price for these isn't so high. They're only about $47 or so. And there aren't too many really big hits, unless, of course, you pick up a foil, rare, or mythic. This is the first set that introduced mythics. So before this, everything else was just rare, common, and uncommon, or basic land. There were no mythics. So that's kind of like a monumental thing for Magic now, is that, we have that mythic rarity. We'll just take a look at the inner seal. Everything looks good as far as I can tell. I am, of course, I crack open quite a bit, but I would not consider myself an authenticator. So let's just go ahead and put that to the side. So right on top are going to be our commons. We're going to have a book in the middle. There is a pull tab, although I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to go ahead and start off by slicing in, and this way I can be sure all the cards stay minty. After all, they're 16-year-old mint cards, now exposed to fresh air. There is a book in the middle, so we're going to go ahead and separate it at the book, drop it down. We've got our lands on this side, plus our foil is all the way in the back. We'll go ahead and pop out the insert, which kind of has like the rules for the set. We'll just take a peek at what kind of paperwork you got with Magic back in the day. So basically, you're learning about the 5 Shards of Alara, Bont, Esper, Grixis, Jund, Naya, and they also tell you a little bit about cycling. And then, I think it's more just advertising and then credits for the set. So thanks to everyone who contributed to the set and made it happen. Let's go ahead and just take a little journey through the lands. There are no lands currently valued over $1, so we're just looking at these for artwork purposes. All right, fantastic. So we got ourselves a forest with the plains, and then we should go through the cycle, an island, a swamp, and then we're going to see ourselves a mountain, and we're back to forests again. And we'll just cycle through these. That's a pretty cool land right there. I like that. There are a total of 20 basic lands, so there's, 5 of each? Excuse me, 4 of each, because there's 5 colors. There's a little repeat action going on there with the mountains. And then we're back to forest, island, got ourselves a swamp, and in the back here we're going to see a foil. So this is the only foil that you can get in here, and let's see what we got as our foil card. So we got ourselves an Angel Song coming in, just a common out of white. Unfortunately, this is not one of the valuable foils. The most valuable foil that you can pick up is Ad Nauseam, valued at $107. Second most valuable is going to be an Elspeth Knight Errant. The set is mostly known for Ad Nauseam. It was reprinted 12 years later in Double Masters, but those are the only 2 printings of that card. Elspeth Knight Errant has been reprinted a few other times, including some dual decks and some secret layers. So maybe we can get those in non-foil. So we'll just go through the commons now, and then we'll step into the uncommons, and then into our rares and potentially a mythic. So we got ourselves a Keteric Creeper coming in as our first common, followed by a Savage Hunger. Then we're going to see ourselves a Ridge Rannet, followed by a Courier's Capsule. And then we're going to pick up an Arcasan Squire with a Bone Splinters. Then we're going to see ourselves a Jungle Weaver, followed by Thorn Thrash Varashino, followed by an Ethereum Sculptor, with a Marble Chalice. Then we're going to pick up a Rayclaw Gargantuan with a Bloodthorn Taunter. And we get a Naturalize with Angel Song again. This is the foil that we picked up. Then we're going to see ourselves a Blister Beetle, followed by an Obelisk of Jund coming in. And then we've got a Cathartic Adept with a Lightning Talons. And then we're going to see a Naya Panorama. That is a really good looking land. I really like that artwork. It's only worth about a quarter or so, but still it looks cool. Then we've got ourselves a Rip Clan Crasher, followed by a Lush Growth. I mean, just the difference in the artwork from back in the day, from 2008, is amazing compared to today's artwork. We've got a Bloodpire Elemental with a Guardians of Akrasa, followed by an Agony Warp. And then we're going to see a Goblin Mountaineer, followed by a Shore Snapper, an Executioner's Capsule. Then we're going to see an Outrider of Jess with an Oblivion Ring. Then we're going to see a Carrion Thresh, followed by a Jund Panorama, another really good looking land. Then we're going to see ourselves a Glaze Fiend, followed by our first uncommon. All right, so we've been through the 30 basic lands and the 33 commons, and now we're stepping into our uncommons. There should be 9. So we got ourselves an Arcane Sanctum as our first uncommon, and behind that we're going to see ourselves a Blood Cultist, and then we're going to see ourselves a Skeleton Eyes coming in, followed by a Jund Charm. Behind that we've got ourselves a Scavenger Drake with an Angelic Benediction. And then we've got an Exuberant Firestoker coming in, and these cards are like super minty. They're in perfect shape. This is not the most valuable set that we're going to open in a tournament pack, but it's still fun to go back, and I wanted to start the journey at the most recent and work our way backwards. So we get an Exuberant Firestoker with a Topan Ascetic, and then we're going to see ourselves a Sphinx's Herald, followed by a Mythic, a Hellkite Overlord coming in. Very nice to see a Mythic. You're not guaranteed to see any Mythics in these packs, but we just picked one up. This card is valued, however, under $1, but that's all right. It is a Mythic that is 16 years old, so awesome to see that, and it's pack fresh. Behind it, we're going to pick up a Brood Mate Dragon coming in. This is going to be a rare. Again, not a super high value, but very nice to see that. And our final card is going to come out of green, and it is going to be a Spear Breaker Behemoth coming in. Very cool. So 3 low-value rares and or mythics, as well as our foil. I was not expecting to make any money off of this, but it was still very cool to kind of break down this 16-year-old box and just kind of get a feel for it. So on the screen is the value of this tournament pack. We probably didn't even come close to breaking even, but we paid for the journey, and that's all that matters. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, do something amazing. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people, all by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.